John's wildly successful TV show, Jon and Kate Plus 8, is done. Put a fork in it, people. But Jon Gosselin is still basking in the spotlight. Jon's latest move, a public therapy session of sorts, led by spiritual guide of the stars, Rabbi Shmuley and a friend of the show. The rabbi got Jon to admit he needs to say sorry to Kate, although he feels that she treated him like her 9th child. Jon also swears, "I am not a fame seeker." The biggest bombshell of the night, Jon says he is taking a break from soulmate/girlfriend Haley Glassman. She accused Jon of being emotionally abusive. Here's a clip of Jon's discussion
slow things down and calm things down a bit until I get through my divorce and until I know everything's settled and okay. I don't want another failure in my relationship from my past actions. I don't want to make the same mistakes I did with Kate, with Haley. For 10 years, I just kept it all in and never said anything. And I emotional abused people because it all of a sudden just came out one day. And unfortunately, it was Kate, and unfortunately, it was Haley.
But what about those published reports that Jon cooked up all the drama with Haley precisely to get attention? My question tonight, is Jon genuinely trying to change for the better? Joining me now, Jon's spiritual advisor and author of The Broken American Male, Rabbi Shmuley, and also joining me, famed celebrity divorce attorney and author of Getting Away with Murder, Raul Felder, and extra correspondent, my good buddy, Carlos Diaz. But first to Rabbi Shmuley. I think you have a lot of wisdom, Rabbi, and I think if anybody can get through to somebody, you can. But a lot of people are kind of wondering, how can you help somebody with their personal problems in front of an audience full of people?
Well, it wasn't a therapy session. It was an attempt to get Jon to accept public responsibility for the public things that he's done. If you hurt someone, if you humiliate your wife, and it's happened in a public setting, if pictures have been taken of you and someone else, then the pain that a wife experiences is compounded not just by that feeling of betrayal, but the feeling of humiliation. And there's a need to come before the public, before whom it's happened, and say you're sorry. The fact is that fame has certain moral and ethical responsibilities. And last night's purpose in a synagogue, in a holy space, was for Jon to purge himself of the excuses and to say that what I've done is in contradiction to my innermost moral principles. It's a contravention of who I want to be. This is not who I plan to be, and I can't find excuses for what I've done. Right. The fact is, Jane, 75% of all divorces in America are initiated by women. Women are tired of men who are unfaithful or who act out and don't take responsibility. And it's my hope that the moral courage that he showed in publicly renouncing that behavior and committing himself to better will inspire other husbands in similar situations to do the same. As far as whether this is a publicity stunt, whether people should take it seriously, don't take anything seriously. Don't believe what people say, but believe what people do. Action is everything.
I want to ask you this question, because this is what I've been thinking about the whole time with this whole Jon and Kate thing. Is there a soul sickness to somebody who would put their kids on a reality show, essentially turning their kids into commodities? Is there a soul sickness inside to be able to do that, Rabbi? Because I believe there is.
There isn't just the sickness with many of us in this culture, Jane. Let's be honest. Our culture is not healthy. Our culture puts attention before love. We know how to make money. We don't know how to stay married. We don't know how to love each other. We don't know how to inspire our children. And one of the purposes in last night's conversation was to simply say, why are we afraid to talk about this? Fame is claiming a lot of victims these days. It attracts a lot of broken souls. Here we are talking about this on television. So let's admit our own complicity in this entire thing. All of us are complicit. The fact is that America is becoming a celebrity-obsessed culture. Now, celebrity is something neutral. It can be used for bad or for good. For bad is where you begin to feel special, not by virtue of the people who love you, but by the people who watch you. But it can be consecrated to a higher purpose. In this case, Jon Gosselin is the father of 8 children, and he can highlight the need for parents to spend a lot of time with their kids. Let's remember, before he went off the rails for 8 months, and he admitted to that behavior last night, he was someone that we admired. He changed diapers.
I never
stay-at-home dad.
Okay, I never admired him.
But we admire the fact that he was devoted to his family.
8 children and then put them on a TV show to make money. Sorry.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Those kids should not be on TV. I told him that the first time we spoke. Good. And I hope I played a small role in helping him decide that they should not be. In fact, he said to me, the very first time that he said he was going to announce on television that he wants his kids off the show, he said to me, people are going to see this as payback to TLC. They will question my motives. I said to him, in life, you do the right thing even for the wrong motivation. It's action that counts.
Rabbi, got to leave it right there, but hope you come back real soon. And I always love chatting with you. You have very good insights. I have to move on, because we have a very famous divorce attorney, and I'm very excited to have him here with us. But let's set up the clip, if we can, Mr. Felder. Is John's... How you doing? Is John's reported breakup with 22-year-old girlfriend Haley Glassman for real, or is this a scheme, another scheme to get fame? Haley opened up about their relationship on Entertainment Tonight. Listen to this.
I think we need to point out the fact that Jon is sitting right here in the room. Yeah. I think you should come and sit in on this interview. I really do.
Haley Glassman goes on the record tonight on ET. Jon Gosselin watches on from just 5 feet away.
I'll be brutally honest with you. I've had the worst times of my life with Jon, but I've had the best times and the happiest times of my life. Like, no one in this world can make me smile or laugh like he does.
All right, so Raul, she's talking about breaking up with Jon, but Jon's sitting there on the floor while she's giving the interview. If this is orchestrated, could this come back to bite him in the divorce? Could Kate use this as evidence of his bad intentions?
Well, it's an admission of adultery here. She had the best times and the worst times of her life with him. But by the way, Jane, what's a little odd is that her father did a tummy tuck on Jon's wife. This is sort of really strange stuff. Yeah. But everything he does is in public. I think you were right on target. He seemed to be, when he was before Rabbi Shmuley, he seemed to be pleading to be able to figure out the problems he had with the last woman so he doesn't have it with the next woman. He doesn't say anything about taking these 8 kids on television. It's appalling.
I think it's appalling. My big issue tonight is Jon Gosselin, a fame addict. We're going to go to Carlos Diaz in a moment. After basically he got cut from Jon and Kate Plus 8, my question is, did he go into reality TV withdrawal? TLC's cameras aren't following Jon anymore, so he's turned to the paparazzi cameras. Watch this.
I just got an email from Kate saying she doesn't want to see me.
She says she doesn't want to see you? Can you see it?
No. Hold on 1 second. She wants to change custody. I would appreciate if you would pick them up at the bus stop tomorrow at 4 and stay till 6. So that's ridiculous. I'm going to stay longer than that. I don't care. It's joint shared.
So it was supposed to be a joint day because it's the birthday?
Yeah.
And that was for all of
all holidays, birthdays, whatever, yeah.
How do you end up dealing with this when emails like this come out?
It doesn't matter. It's joint shared, and if it's a sign-off day, I can stay as long as I want, and I will.
Carlos, is Jon a fame addict?
No, he is not a fame addict. The people want as much Jon as possible. And Jane, you and I are friends, and we are about to have a spirited discussion, all right? You said on this program just months ago when I said they should take the kids off of Jon and Kate Plus 8, you said no, they shouldn't do that. They wouldn't have a show. Well, we're seeing right now that people, all they care about is Jon and Kate. They don't care about the kids anymore. Take the kids out of the equation, and we need to see Rabbi Shmuley. And if you watch that entire interview with Rabbi Shmuley at the synagogue last night, it was amazing. He got Jon to admit things that Jon has never admitted before. I think we need a show on TLC where Jon is sitting down every week and talking to either Rabbi Shmuley or someone like Rabbi Shmuley about making himself a better person, a better father, and a prospective better man for future relationships. That's a show right there. I don't think Jon is addicted to fame. I think the people's thirst for Jon Gosselin is insatiable right now, and the only way that can be quenched is with a show that makes sense, like what we saw last night with Rabbi Shmuley and Jon Gosselin.
All right, well, first of all, Carlos, yes, I love you, but I can't imagine that I ever said that they shouldn't take the kids off, because I don't think the kids should be on the show. I think what I said was I don't think the show's going to work without the kids. So okay. I'll give you that. But get